I'm just so excited. I mean, the thing is that you are immersed in his world from the minute you get here. You know, you're coming down the stairs, it's a garden. Always given a surprise, and you're always transported, and I think that's what captivates us as, you know, jaded fashionistas that trawl in the snow to get from one show to the next, you know, for sure.
Walk in Washington Square Park in the 20s, really the 20s through the 30s. So it was really the introduction of how women wanted to create new clothing out of the clothing they already had. They were all taking classic pieces that the woman had in her wardrobe and creating one piece out of all of those, like a jacket with a skirt and a coat all in one.
Thom Browne brings endless imagination, intense thought, a cerebral outlook. I mean, he thinks very hard and very deep and very conceptually. He creates these whole worlds, these whole universes, not just in a setting like this, but in a stitch, even in a button. That's why I like wearing his clothes. I think we have a little bit of a mind meld. I'm wearing Thom. It's a dress from last season, a fur from the season before that, and the little extra bits are my own add-ons.
A lot of beautiful silk tulle and a lot of work with fabrics. This collection.
The idea of a lot of those great little puppy dogs that became handbags and all the little dogs that became the interesting little appliques on a lot of the pieces were not a surprise, and I was happy to see that they continued forward.
Him as a stole, him as a bag, him as embroidery, him as a wheelie bag. Yeah, he made a lot of variances. Yeah, those little box bags, and doing things that making things really specially, but they have a little bit of whimsy to them, and especially at that level, to do something that's not so serious. And so, yeah, there's a lot of really important accessories in the collection.
It's always fun to see what Thom does, because I have the great pleasure of being the fashion director for both men's and women's at Neiman Marcus. And so I saw a little hint of his ideas that were going to be taking place in the men's show when we were in Paris. So a bit of a 20s feel there. And interesting too, where he was deconstructing a lot of the men's looks, he over-constructed, I felt in many ways, the women's looks. Jackets looked like they were sliding off the shoulder, but were actually trompe-l'oeil, and they were a complete coat. Training, backs of dresses that were actually trousers, and jackets that were tailored sartorial pieces became skirts. So great whimsy, though it was in a very serious setting, but there was a lot of great whimsy to the clothes. I love a Thom Browne show. It's part fantasy. There's always great clothes that customers want to wear, but I also like the high drama that he brings to it. It's what you come to a fashion show for.